Hey, you! I need you to hit the subscribe button below.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
Because the God of that Bible was mad at us, his people. All right? So I'm going to show you the Bible. I'm going to show you your nationality according to the Bible. How things came about, okay? Deuteronomy 28:15.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So what we're doing right now is going to the Bible to try to show your heritage, your background. God says that he's talking to the Israelites. He said, once y'all do not keep my laws, statutes, commandments, I'm going to put some curses on you, right? Curses are a bad thing, correct? All right, so now we're going to read one of the curses and see if it fit our people or if it fit other nations. Read what you got. Give me 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Okay, according to what you was taught in school about slavery,
Yeah.
how does that fit?
Read it one more time. Make sure.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
How does that match up with slavery? It do match up with slavery. It said thy sons and their daughters shall be given to another people. What does that mean? Yeah. Look at the picture right there. What's that picture showing right there?
Show what he just said. He's showing they selling it.
Right, it's showing them selling it. So as the Bible said, a curse that's going to be on his people, the Israelites, for not doing what he said, is that our sons and daughters are going to be given to slavery, bro. What I'm showing you is that this stuff is pertaining to a certain people, right? So I'm trying to show you the nation of Israel, because we are those people. Like you said, you're American black, so it means your fathers, your father's father, and your father's father was all in slavery back in the day, like all the rest of us, right? And we brought it here, and our children were sold. Our great-grandfather probably sold to another plantation, right? And his kids to another plantation. The thing is, God saying that was going to happen to us for us being disobedient. That's why we are to show our people that we need to come back to God and learn who we truly are, right? It's like I told your famine is coming, right? But God says, even in that famine, no matter what we do throughout this world, we got to serve the other nations. Read, what you got? Was that 46?
Yes.
Read 46. I'll show you something. Keep looking at the sign. We're going to read, because what happens, doing right now is I'm making these signs come alive in your mind right now as you read the scriptures. I want you to be able to realize and relate and connect the dots to who he's talking about and why we're here. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46.
Yep.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
It's talking about the curses. They're going to be upon us, the Israelites, for a sign and for a wonder. Read.
And upon thy seed forever.
And upon our generations forever. As we keep having kids from the plantations, year after year after year, it's going to be in our seed forever. What is that building over there across the street?
That's the library, right?
How you know that?
Because I read the sign.
You read the what?
I read the sign.
Read that again.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
For what?
For a sign.
So you knew that building was a library because you said you read the sign, right?
Right.
So he's telling us that the curses are going to be upon his children, the Israelites, as a sign, right? So this is how we're going to be able to identify our true nationality, who we are. Because we're not African Americans. African Americans is not in the Bible. Puerto Rican's not in the Bible. Jamaican's not in the Bible. We all have a God-given name. Remember, if you learn anything about the slavery in your schools, they're gonna tell you what they stripped us of our clothes, our nationality, our tongue, right? The way we speak, our language, everything. And they taught us they stuff here in America, right? That's what you got.
And for a wonder. And upon thy seed forever.
So he's saying these curses are gonna be on us forever. Why? Because it's gonna come a time that we're not gonna know who we are anymore because of this, because of slavery. We're not gonna know who we are anymore. So he's saying, but if you see these curses upon this people, you're gonna know those are my people, right? Read what you got.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
Because we didn't keep the commandments and be happy about it. Read.
And with gladness of heart. For the abundance of all things.
For the abundance of all things. Give me Matthew. The reason I gotta let you know, because he's saying these curses are gonna be upon God's people, right? So we can wonder who they are. the thing is, we got to realize that when we put these curses on us and run out who we are, I want to give me Matthew 21. 1 to 21. We have to know that if he said his curse is going to be among his people, so we can identify and have a sign as who they are in the end days. Why do we need a sign in the end days? Read.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 21.
Yep.
And she shall bring forth a son.
Talking about Christ, the black Messiah.
And thou shalt call his name Jesus. For he shall save his people from their sins.
So we know if God is saying that the Israelites are his people and the curse is going to be upon his people, we need to know then, what is Christ coming back to save then? He just said he come to save his people. This is why we got to identify who we are in the end days and have a sign, because we need to know exactly who the Bible is for and who Christ came and died for. See what I'm saying? That's the whole premise of the Bible. You got to understand that Christ came for a people, not all people, his people, right? That's why it said, Matthew, read it again.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people.
Save his people. Read.
From their sins.
From our sins. Our sins mean us breaking God's laws. Remember he said earlier in Deuteronomy 28, if we don't serve the Lord joyfully and keeping the commandments, we're going to put curses on us. Us knowing that we didn't keep the commandments, we got to get back to that. Jump over to 2 and 6. And then give me 1 John 3 and 4.
Matthew chapter 2, verse 6.
Read.
And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor, that shall rule my people, Israel.
So God's saying his people are Israel. So we need to find out on this side who Israel is. That's our New Testament. That's why I say you know the Bible. I mean, you believe in the Bible, but we trying to teach you what you don't know right now is that he's coming back to save his people, which is us, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because we the only ones went through what? These curses. We the only ones had our kids taken from us. We the only ones had whips on our back like this. We the only ones went to slavery, and when we came out of it, didn't know who we are anymore, right? So he said he'd come back and save his people, right? But not serving the Lord with all our heart. Read what you got. Before you read that, he said that save us from our sins, correct? What is sins? What does that mean? Sins is something we do wrong. Well, I'm talking about sins according to God. That's why we're here, bro. Because before this Bible, before this truth, we didn't know what that was neither, bro. So don't even take it as a shot to you. Because we didn't know. So now we know, we come out here and teach so that you'll know. You know what I'm saying? Read what sin is. I'm going to show you what it is. And this is the New Testament.
1 John chapter 3, verse 4.
Read.
Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So sin is breaking God's laws. So God put curses on us for being in sin, right? And Christ came back and saved us from our sins. What does that mean? He's going to send somebody back. He came back first, taught us the commandments, taught us what it was to break the commandments and be in sin and how to get out of it. So in order to do that, to break God's laws and be in sin, we got to know the laws, right? So that way we don't be in sin no more and God sees us, right? So here go a law that you're keeping right now you probably didn't even know. Deuteronomy 22. I mean, sorry, 21 to 5. 21 to 5?
Leviticus.
Leviticus, give it to me. Let me show you something.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 21, verse 5.
Read.
They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cutting in their flesh.
So God is telling us not as his people, one of our laws is for we keep a beard on our face. You already got it. So you keeping the law spiritually, you didn't even know it. You probably thinking, oh, I look good this way. It was a fashion statement. Because I know when I grew up, it was a fashion statement. Just have all your hair on your face shaved, or get you like a goatee or something like that. But you keeping the law spiritually, you don't even know it, bro. This is what I'm trying to show you. These are just simple laws that we can do to make sure that we get back to God, because we got to understand what breaking God's laws is. You know what I'm saying? So that's one law. Let me get another law. We on your way to now, man. We on your way to now.
Say that again?
Where you on your way to right now?
He right there.
Huh?
He right there. My right.
Oh, you're right. Oh, that's when you're right. Come on, learn something too. Look, he like, we got something to do. Like, we gotta get up out of here, man. It's all good. You got a flyer, bro?
Yeah, I got a flyer.
Are you understand what I taught today?
I understand what you're telling me.
What I'm saying, explain back to me then.
Hold on.
You got it. Put it all together, connect the dots.
That Jesus has died for our sins, his people, like his people with us.
Right.
You know, and our sins
punishment for our sin.
The
Yeah.
punishment for our sins is this, our curses. Which on the back, people selling this like right there and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And that's Jesus, the Black Messiah.
Correct.
We still need to find out who we are, because in the Bible it doesn't say that we're African American. It said Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, none of that. That's not what it says in the Bible.
Right. So what I'm showing you right now is that if it's not in the Bible, one thing you miss. If it's not in the Bible, he said he come to save his people Israel, and you know these curses happen upon the Israelites, right? So that makes you a what?
Right?
Yes, Israelite. That's what I'm trying to teach your nationality right there. So you can walk away today, go hang out, do whatever you gotta do, but you just learn something today that according to God, according to the Bible, not according to the world, if your family went through all these curses and stuff, you're an Israelite. You're the people when Christ come back and crack that sky for a second time, you're the ones that come back to say, if you're keeping the commandments.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong.